ماشي. Numbers. I'm going to practice numbers some more today. Hopefully you will find that from Tuesday to today it's sunk in and it's going to be a lot easier for you today. Today we're going to do passport numbers. So everybody give themselves a 9-digit passport number. There are always 9 digits in a passport number. We're going to pretend that we're immigration officers and we're going to collect passport numbers from our classmates.
Will the passport number be like 1 through 9?
I was just about to say, make a number that will challenge you in terms of saying it and your partner in terms of hearing it. So not too many repetitions of the same number maybe. But on the other hand, if there's a particular number that you really need practice with, maybe you could put in a few of those. That's fine. So you make up your own number. And then we're going to ask the question, رقم باسبورك or باسبورك ايه رقم أو رقم. What would be on this qaf if you were to write it? That's right, it would have a sukoon on it, right? Because you have the qaf and the meme right next to each other. رقم باسبورك ايه, and your answer will be ناصر. أيوة. أيوة. So the answer, يلا, one more time. أيوة. رقم باسبوري. Huh? And then the number. Huh? فالسؤال just like نمرة تليفونك ايه, نمرة تليفوني, whatever. رقم باسبورك or باسبورك ايه. The answer رقم باسبوري whatever. ماشي? I'm going to give you about 10 minutes for this. Let's see if we can get at least 5 telephone numbers. And as we did on Tuesday, not digit by digit, right? You read the whole thing through. And if your partner feels okay, he got it, he can show it to you to check it right away. If he thinks he needs a repetition, he can say مرة تانية. مرة تانية. يلا مرة تانية. من فضلك. من فضلك or من فضلك. If you please. Please. من فضلك. Literally from your pleasure. مرة تانية. مرة تانية من فضلك. مرة تانية. مرة تانية من فضلك. مرة تانية من فضلك. مرة تانية من فضلك. مرة تانية من فضلك. من فضلك. ماشي? Let's see if we can get 5 numbers. Okay? تفضلوا.
1 2 4 7 5 6.
رقم باسبوري 8 7
Which one is it?
Yeah, this one. Sorry. This one.
What is that?
This one.
Okay, got it.
Sorry. لا. مرة تانية.
Okay.
مش 9.
9 8 2 1 2 4 7 5 6.
مرة تانية.
5
ايوه يا سلام
5
5
5 5
5 ولا 5
5
زي اسمي. بس مش صح. مرة تانية. هذا كويس كده. كويس كده. كويس لا كده مش كويس. لا
مش كويس.
مش كويس.
مش كويس.
في مشكلة.
9 8
ايوه برافو عليكي. 8 ومش 3. ها 8 ومش 3. برافو برافو.
3 1 4 5 0 8 2 3.
مرة ثانية من فضلك.
3 1 4 5 0 8 2 3.
3. مرة ثانية من فضلك.
3 1 4 5 0 8 2 3.
Alright.
أيوة.
That's not 9.
هذا مش 9 مش 9
مش 9.
مش 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. ده 8 بس. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. هذا 8 بس. لازم 9. Must be 9. That was why you were confused.
Yeah, like that's why I was like,
Okay, okay.
First time I actually just
ماشي.
I couldn't
Just add another number onto that. ماشي. Okay. 5. Okay. يلا. كويس. جميل.
Alright.
Okay. يلا.
نمرة رقم باسبورك إيه؟
رقم باسبوري 8 7 1 3 9 2 4 4 0.
مرة ثانية.
8 7 1 3 9 2 4 4 0.
مرة ثانية.
8 7 8 7.
8
هو كتب ايه؟ What did you write?
2
Oh, okay.
8.
أيوة كويس.
Bravo.
السلامة.
Bravo. Pronunciation for أربعة and تسعة. You have a sukun on the consonant which is right before it, so it gives you an opportunity to sort of collect yourself to get down and do the ain. So
it's
no,
not
sorry,
أربعة.
not أربعة. عفوا for 7 and 9. So سبعة. سبعة and then تسعة. There you go. For أربعة, no, because there's a vowel there, okay? But for the 7 and the 9, it's very helpful because that sukun gives you a second to sort of get down there. So تسعة, تسعة, سبعة, سبعة. Yeah, so you want to get down there and have the
Okay,
So
now that I know that, I'll try it.
تسعة. It'll help with the ain.
Yeah, I've been working on I a lot, and it's still pretty hard.
Anytime you have a letter, it's always if you have a consonant before it with a sukun on it, that's always a plus because you have that split second to sort of get your vocal track ready for making that sound, and that helps.
All right.
Mish. Other things, I was mentioning this to Bobby. With the numbers, there's two numbers that have a sukun on the consonant before the ain. What are they? Sab'a and tis'a. This is a nice thing because it gives you a second to kind of get ready and get down and say that ain nice and clearly, right? So sab'a, sab'a. And you can just pause there for just a second. I mean, eventually you can, sab'a, you can speed it up. But to get it in there, it's very helpful that you have that sukun on the consonant beforehand. So sab'a and tis'a, sab'a, tis'a. Arba'a, no, because you have a vowel on it. So arba'a. So you need to say the ain between a'a, a'a. You have two vowels on either side of it. Numbers are good practice. There's lots of ains. Arba'a, tis'a, sab'a, ashara. Lots of ains in the numbers. The other thing I noticed, just want to make clear, want to make sure that you get in the habit of using this and this for 2 and 3. And not this and this, okay? So if you are used to using the print version, stop doing this. It gets really confusing really does. Sometimes it's not possible to know what number it is that you are intending. It actually can cause problems in terms of evaluating what you give me on a test and other kinds of things, right? And this is the way you write. This is the way you print, except I noticed something new. License plates nowadays are actually done like this. And why do you think that might be?
So that
People have easier reading time reading them.
What's that?
Please have an easier time reading.
And why would they have an easier time reading this than this?
they have to record stuff.
They see this often enough that they are familiar with it because you see it all the time in print. So it's not a question of familiarity. Can you think it's a good guess, but it's
Right? Like if they have to take down somebody's license plate, like is it faster?
faster for them to write. Okay, what else?
I guess so it matches what's written or something. I don't say something like that. But I guess so it matches what they already have when they see it on the computer on a book.
So when they see it on a computer, they would actually see it like this. But on the license plate, it's actually written the way. What I'm saying is this is an exception to the rule that normally when something is printed, it's done like this. Because license plates are printed, right? But they are done according to the handwriting. John, you have an idea?
Oh, well, if there's not a 2 on there, they'll be like, oh, is that a 2 or a 3 or, oh.
What do you mean? I'm not following.
If there's not a 2 and they see that, they're like, oh, is that a 2 or is that's supposed to be
So
a
like
3?
So these are much less distinct than these two, correct? Is that what you're trying to say? That's the right answer. That's the right answer. I mean, imagine reading this from afar, right? To be able to tell whether or not this extra little tooth is in here. Definitely, I mean, especially if you don't have 20/20 vision, right? These are definitely more distinct, right? Very, very distinct. So anyway, use these and you'll know how to read license plate number quickly. You'll be able to get the license plate number of that person that hit you and ran. Kimia.
Well, you say that license plates now are like that. So what about the cars that have the older license plates? I mean,
You know, I honestly don't know. It's just something that I noticed that when I went, I said, oh, wow, those are done like that. So I really don't know. I maybe shouldn't say now because I don't know if they were different in the past. I don't know that.
also,
You could research that for us, though. How were license plates written? Yes, Kimia.
actually, I answered my own question.
Good.
Is it just Egypt, or are you talking about our?
You know, I've only noticed it in Egypt. But my guess is that it's about, I'm not sure. Another good research topic.
In Morocco, they use the Latin numbers.
Yes, in Moroccan, that's right. They don't use these numbers at all.
I actually have a question about that.
Yeah?
I was watching a movie yesterday, like a Lebanese film, and I noticed they say like merci and bonjour and stuff like that. But is it just because they have some kind of French influence, or just?
The French were in various places in the Middle East, so there's a lot of places. Even in Egypt, people say merci a lot.
Yeah, I heard that all the time. Merci, bonjour, like all this.
All the time. My husband gave a beggar some money once on the street, and guess what she said? Merci.
Yeah.
It used to be that saying merci was the sign of being Western educated and Western, which is why it really struck him, that this beggar said to him merci. So it's become very, very widespread. It's not even associated with education or having been exposed to a French schooling or anything. Very, very common. Merci. Shukran. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Not thank you, thank you. Other questions?
Is that the same Mauritania that Professor Shinawi?
Yeah.
Does he say that?
Something like
Yeah.
Maratania.
Maratania.
Tani. Maratania. And when does he say it? Right before he?
When he writes it down.
Hakada. Hakada. Huh? What do you think from the context? Hakada.
Right and repeat.
Hakada. Maratania. 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 Hakada.
Mauritania and Mauritania. Because he says Mauritania.
I think yes.
Marratan thaniya. Marratan thaniya. Okay, so this is very formal. That marratan, that ten is case ending. Arabic is a case ending, it has case ending on it, and we'll learn all about that. And when we do, you'll be glad that we didn't do it now. So it's part of Fusha. The case endings have been lost from dialect. So that's a sign that he's being very formal. And he would be in that context because he's teaching you how to write. مرة ثانية. ماشي? Other questions?
Does it just mean, do you only use it when you're asking, like, can you use it for anything to mean repeat, or is it only like for just whenever?
مرة ثانية.
Yeah, just repeat. So من فضلك مرة ثانية. Please repeat.
مرة ثانية. مرة ثانية.
I can't help but wonder, but what is the country Mauritania in Arabic?
Mauritania. Mauritania. Mauritania.
Okay, just
Mauritania. But this is very good. So you've made a mnemonic connection between Mauritania and Mauritania. So somehow this will help you remember Mauritania. Okay? No, this is good. Just, I don't know, Mauritania. How can you connect that with the idea of another time?
Attain more.
Because you want to go there again.
You want to go there again, right? You've been there once and you want to go there for a second time. Whatever works for you, right? So good, nice example of a good mnemonic aid. Mauritania, Mauritania. I want to go visit Mauritania another time. Okay, ماشي? ماشي. Yalla, we're going to work on vocabulary today. So on page, in your book, we're going to use books for this, page 87. There is a picture that I want you to describe with a partner using as much language as you possibly can. So our objective here is to really activate vocabulary by describing this picture. Couple of things I want you to remember. Do not under any circumstances look back at the vocabulary list, okay? And the reason for that is the act of working to remember what the word is, trying to remember, oh, yeah, I kind of remember, yeah, I see it, I can see it in my mind, it had an ayn in it, whatever. That process is what's going to make you remember the word. If you just flip over and look at the word again, you haven't really helped yourself remember the word. So make yourself work to remember it, because that's what will help you to actually make it stick in your mind, okay? And the other thing is, don't write the words next to the picture. And why don't I want you to write the word? This is actually a general rule, and I don't think we've talked about it, so let's talk about it now. I don't ever want you writing sort of in transliteration or in English next to stuff in Arabic to help you remember. And why do you think that is?
You need to learn how to write it, know how to do it just strictly in Arabic. It's just kind of like impeding your learning if you keep going back to that. I guess it's like a crutch, but you're not supposed to use it forever.
Okay, the transliteration.
Yeah.
So eventually you could write it in Arabic?
Yeah.
Do you think, yeah, but I would actually say, no, I don't even want you to write it in Arabic next to there. Okay, so.
Because you don't even know it off the top of your head.
And why won't you know it off the top of your head if you write it down?
You're really used to seeing it and reading it, and you don't force yourself to remember it.
Exactly. Very good. You don't force yourself to figure out a way to remember it other than. So what it is, writing the word like that, it basically gives you this false sense of security or false sense of complacency almost. It's like, okay, I've written it down, there it is in black and white, I'm done, right? Instead of making yourself think of some active way to associate it or remember it or do something, because that strategy is what's really going to help you long term. Because a lot of the language that you're going to get exposed to, you're not going to have the opportunity to write it down every time. And trust me, I have notebooks full of vocabulary words that I wrote down when I heard it when I was living in Egypt. I never looked at them again. I never looked at them again. And I realized that the words that I remember are because at the moment I came up with something to connect it to something that I know, and that active connection in my lexical system was what made me remember it. Okay, so if you think you're a visual learner that needs to write things down, I need you to think again about that, because I really want you not to do that in this class, all right? So challenge yourself to pull it out of your head. Remember, the more you work, the better you're going to learn and remember. Meshi, so what are we going to use to describe these pictures? A lot. What two words are we going to have to use a lot? When you're describing a picture and pointing at it, what do you have to say? Da and di. Da is for masculine, di is feminine. How do we know if something is da or di? The a sound at the end, right? So we have talib, taliba. طالب طالبة. So بيت is هو or هي. بيت.
What are some things feminine? Like some objects are.
Oh yeah. What was that?
Some objects are feminine and generally, how do we know if it's feminine? There's a few exceptions, but they're very few in Arabic. This is a very regular rule. If it's feminine, it's going to have a sound at the end of it. So طالب طالبة, أستاذ أستاذة, دكتور دكتورة. That thing. So بيت هو ولا هي؟ فراخ. عيش. All of these are هو. Good. Be creative. Be creative. Try to come up with some good, fun ways to describe this. Make a story about the picture. Who are these people? What is their relationship to one another? ماشي؟ اتفضلوا. هي أخها. What are you trying to say?
Her brothers. Her brother. Her brothers.
Okay, say the whole sentence.
I think you say هي أخها. Or أخها. She has. So عندك أخها.
She has her brother?
She has brother.
A brother. Right? You wouldn't say her brother.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say she has her brother.
عندك.
But she has a brother.
عندك أخ. So that's she has.
That's you have a brother.
Oh, okay. So عندها.
أيوة. عندها أخ.
عندها.
اسمه إيه؟ اسمه إيه؟
What's it? I'm trying to think of names. واحد. I don't know. He could be one. His name could be واحد.
There's no name واحد. There is وحيد. وحيد. محمود. وحيد ومحمود. Nice. Both with a good ha sound in them. وحيد ومحمود.
And then عندها واحد أخت. I guess could you or just أخت is fine.
اسمها إيه؟
اسمها إيه؟ سامية.
اسمها سامية. وعندها أخت.
وعندها أخت كيمياء.
عندها أخت اسمها كيمياء. جميل.
أسرة. مش عندك تليفون.
عندك is yours. Usra is.
Usra is single.
It's a third person now.
Right, so
Usra and.
No, wait. عندها تليفون.
ما عنديش.
ما عنديش تليفون.
ما عندهاش. ما عندهاش تليفون. أيوة.
مين؟ فاطمة؟
لا. هي اسمها دوحة وهي اسمها سلمى و
أحمد طه ورفيق
أب محمد. Is that his name?
أيوة.
في بيت زوجتين.
أب سلمى وأب لا.
محمد زوج ضحى وسلمى.
زوج.
زوجتين.
اوكي.
ومحمد يحب فرح وعيش.
أيوة.
جميل.
What else do we say? بيت.
بيت. اوكي. ضحى ورفيق
رفيق؟ من رفيق؟
بيبي.
البيبي رفيق. اوكي.
ضحى ورفيق.
رفيق بيبي دوحة ولا بيبي سلمى؟
بيبي دوحة.
بيبي دوحة.
دوحة تشتغل يوم مع عيش وسلمى عندها رفيق اليوم.
تمام. بيبي سيتنج. اوكي.
دوحة ورفيق يسكنوا هنا.
اوكي. فده بيت ضحى ورفيق.
أيوة.
ده بيت ضحى ورفيق.
وفي ده بيت يسكن أحمد وطه وسلمى.
اوكي فده بيت سلمى واحمد وطه.
في ده بيت
وده بيت محمد وبس.
بس أيوة. كل أسرة كبيرة.
ما عندهاش تليفون.
ما عندهاش تليفون.
أيوة.
ما عندهاش تليفون. الأسرة ما عندهاش تليفون. مدينة.
Is it Arya?
Kahira? You want to say Cairo?
No, Arya.
Oh.
Arya, the village.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Remember, when you share, you can only use language that everybody knows. So really think about using the vocabulary that everybody knows to describe it. So you could practice saying عنده ما عندوش, عندها ما عندهاش. Try to stick to the vocabulary that we know as much as possible. Give yourself more practice with it. أسرة is coming up very soon.
Oh, okay. Yes.
وبيشتغل coming up very soon. Couple weeks.
So if we're trying to say like he or she loves, would it be bait habha or like?
Okay, so we don't actually know this. Yeah, we know how to say I like, you like, and أنت وأنتي. So I like أنا بحب وأنت بتحب وأنتي بتحبي. هي is just like أنت.
So بتحب.
هي is just like أنت. So هي بتحب. هي بتحب وأنت بتحب. They're exactly the same. هو, does anybody know this? It's with a yeah. بيحب. Getting a little bit ahead of us. But that's okay. That's all right. Other questions? No? Okay. So if you are on the right, you are ba in your pair. I want all of the bas to stand up and move over one seat to the right. Alif, stay right where you are. Baz, just stand up and move up over one partner to the right, basically. Okay, أربعة عيش ثلاثة فراخ is not a sentence. Can we, I mean, okay, that's good, but can we make it?
They're just describing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. Try to use sentences so like this is.
Oh, okay. ده أربعة عيش.
بالضبط. ده أربعة عيش. وده
ده ثلاثة فراخ.
جميل. برافو.
Is it? Would it be البيت في like the house, like the brother's house?
So what? We make a sentence?
Yeah.
So this is
da بيت
اسمه ايه؟ هو اسمه ايه؟
They give him a name?
اسمه ايه؟
رمسيس.
ده رمسيس. اوكي، اسمه رمسيس وهو اسمه ايه؟ باب. اوكي، فهو رمسيس اخ باب. رمسيس اخ باب. هو اخ باب. هو اخ باب. I'm asking you a question. سؤال. هو اخ باب. It's your story.
Oh, they're brothers. So
هو اخ باب. I'm asking you. ايوه. هو اخ باب. اوكي، فرمسيس اخ باب. فده بيت رمسيس وبيت باب. ايوه. اوكي، كويس. ورمسيس هو اخ باب. كويس. وهي اسمها ايه؟
كيت.
كيت كويس. وكيت هي أخت باب ورمسيس.
How do you say both in Arabic?
Okay. If you don't know how to say it, don't.
Okay.
Huh? What you know how to say is she's the sister of Ramses and the sister of Bob. So just say that.
okay.
هي أخت رمسيس وأخت باب. And more language too.
Yeah.
هي أخت رمسيس وأخت باب. جميل. وهي اسمها إيه؟ I forgot. اسمها إيه؟ كيت. صح. وهي اسمها إيه؟
She kind of looks like my friend Haya. So Haya.
حياة.
حياة.
اسمها حياة حياة ولا حياة؟
Haya.
حياة. اسمها حياة. وحياة هي مين؟ هي أخت I hear what I would like to hear is from each group your best sentence. Your funnest sentence about this picture. ماشي? Okay, who wants to begin and give us their funnest sentence? ها؟ اتفضلوا. اوكي جميل. اوكي فدي فاطمة ودي لطيفة. فهي اسمها فاطمة وهي اسمها لطيفة و the sentence is فاطمة جارة لطيفة. في الحقيقة جارة لطيفة زي مدينة أوستن. جارة لطيفة. جامعة تكساس. ها؟ جارة يعني
Latifah's her name.
I thought Latifa means queen, isn't it?
No, there is a Queen Latifah. There is a Queen Latifah, but Latifah doesn't. Latifah means nice. Queen Latifah. Malika is queen. Malika. Okay, يلا كويس تفضلوا. اسمها فاطمة. هي
عندها حجاب.
جميل. عندها حجاب.
خبز في رأس.
اوكي عندها خبز او عندها عيش. فين؟
رأس.
فين؟ في. Can you guess what that word means that we haven't learned? في. Huh? So how do you say on her head? في. راس. في her head. راسها. عندها عيش في راسها. عندها عيش في راسها. جميل شكرا تفضلوا.
دوحة اسمها
اوكي
اسمها دوحة و
اسمها دوحة. هي
ايوه
اسمها دوحة.
و هي عندها الخبز للفراخ وفراخ في عقل. Yeah. I always vocab words. I use all of them now, so I don't really answer it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what we actually came up with.
Okay, somebody else.
Okay. Da Beit Mohammed. هي وهي دوحة what's her name? سلمى. دوحة وسلمى زوجتين محمد.
So دوحة زوجة محمد وسلمى زوجة محمد.
أيوة.
I know it's her, but
دوحة اسمها دوحة.
أيوة.
oh, her name.
اسمها دوحة. اسمها دوحة. Okay, يلا who's got another one for us? تفضلوا.
اسمه أحمد.
ممكن can you show them أها
اسمه وخير وهو عنده أخ وعنده أخت جديدة.
وعنده جميل وعنده أخت جديدة جميل تمام شكرا بابي do you think of one okay anyone else عمران and كيميا عمار عفوا عمران عمار أيوة تفضلوا
اسمه مصطفى.
مين اسمه مصطفى هو ولا هو هو اوكي هو اوكي اسمه كويس اسمه
اسمه مصطفى. و ده أستاذ في جامعة القاهرة.
هو أستاذ في جامعة القاهرة اوكي هو ولا هو أستاذ في جامعة القاهرة اوكي
و ده طالب في جامعة القاهرة.
اسمه ايه
اسمه حسين.
وده حسين اسمه وهو طالب في جامعة القاهرة اوكي أيوة. ماشي يلا تفضلوا لا سوري تفضلوا
اسمه محمد واسمه عبد الله
محمد وعبد الله
وده اثنين أخ two brothers أخ و ده ثلاثة فراخ
وده 3 فراخ
و أربعة ده 4 عيش
4 عيش جميل بابي
دوها عنها سؤال
دوها عندها سؤال
ايوه
سؤال دوها ايه سؤال دوها ايه
كم فراخ
كم فراخ how many chickens عندها او ممكن اوكي كويس شكرا did I hear from everybody no تفضلوا
Okay. اسمها Jolene.
Good Arabic name.
Yeah.
اسمها جولين أيوة.
اسمها جولين. عندها 3 فراخ. بتحب
جميل هي بتحب
بتحب عيش
والدجاج بتحب عيش والدجاج ماشي برافو اوكي شكرا very nice good just a quick reminder I know I mentioned this to a couple of your groups remember when you're speaking in Arabic it's great to create and try to push the resources that you have as much as you can, but be careful not to try to say things that you just don't know how to say yet, right? Because you can really sort of get hung up on that. So if something comes into your mind, you know, like I want to say they are brothers. Well, you don't know how to say they, but you can say he is his brother and he is his brother. And that's even more language, so that's great. So you're using the language that you know to say something, and it's the same idea. We have a tendency to get real hung up on the first thought that comes into our head in English, and I want to say exactly this, right? So developing the strategy of figuring out how I can sort of get across the same message, but using the resources I have is real important, and that's part of what you need to be doing when you're doing these exercises in class, is developing that strategy, okay? Did that help you activate the vocabulary? Any questions about grammar? of the or words or anything? Okay. A lot of you were trying to do plurals and you don't really know plurals yet, but that's okay. Huh? We'll get there very soon. طيب. Yalla, let's do some.
So Lydia just said she has 3 you just say عندها.
بالضبط. فأنا عندي وأنت
عند who?
أنت.
Oh.
Okay. فأن أنا اسمي وأنت اسمك وأنت اسمك وهي هي اسمها وهو اسمه. ماشي. أنا عندي أنت same thing. أنا عندي أنت اسمي اسمك اسمك اسمها اسمه. عندي عندك عندك عن هي عن ده ها أها وهو أنا هو عنده أها أها وأنا عندي وأنا أنا ما عنديش أها وأنت عندك أنت عندك أنت معا أنا معا عندي ما عندي ما عندي عندك ما عندك ها ما ما عندك عندها ما عندهاش ما عندهاش ها عنده ما عندوش ما عندوش عندك انتي عندك ما عندكش is what it should be but it doesn't follow the rule. Quiche phenomena. It's ما عندكيش. Kind of flips around a little bit. يلا إلى الاستماع. We've got some listening now to do. Quickly, we have 10 minutes. Let's start by listening to what you did last night for homework. And there was a problematic, there was one sentence. Let's see if we can figure that one out. ماشي؟
ازيك؟ انتي طالبة فين؟ اسم أستاذك أو أستاذتك إيه؟
Okay. Yes. Was that the one that was problematic?
No. Towards the end, probably the last one.
Oh, okay. So what was the question there?
What is his or her teachers? What is your
Ism?
What is his or her
name? اسم أستاذك أو أستاذتك إيه؟
اسم اسم أستاذك و أو اسم أستاذك أو أستاذتك أستاذتك إيه؟ And the answer? Okay, Martha or Dr. Martha, or how about the name of my professor is? رقم باسبورك ايه؟ رقم باسبوري فاسم أستاذتك ايه؟ اسم أستاذتي الدكتورة مارثا. That would have been the perfect answer. It's got 4 words in it. Martha? One word, right? The more the better. And one thing too, it's a little bit redundant, a little bit actually unnatural to answer with all the same information that's in the question, right? We normally don't do that. What's the name of your professor? The name of my professor is. You know, you don't usually do that, but when you're doing, and when we're learning language, I want you to do that, right? The more you're repeating, the more you're kind of learning.
Why is it ustaz, like the T at the end?
What's the T at the end? Any ideas? Like what? Have we seen some other examples of this? Huh? Like Medinat. Yeah. And Sahbiti. Sahbiti. Okay. Yalla.
هو أو هي منين؟
Where is he or she from?
Where is he or she from? هو أو هي منين؟ منين؟ سؤال تمام؟ يعني إيه سؤال تمام؟ You don't remember the first day? How many times did I tell you? أنا من مدينة Phoenix في Arizona.
How about America?
هي من أمريكا? It works. That works.
بيتك فين؟
Where is your house?
Yeah, I got that. Oh, just in Texas.
بيتك فين? And I hope you would have used the word.
Beiti.
What new word do you know that you would use? Sharia, right? What's sharia? These questions are all designed to get you to use new vocabulary. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of answers, right?
So when you say
بيتك فين?
Okay.
بيتك فين?
Would you say Sharia and then your address, like or your street name? Or
شارع 5 شارع غوادالوب.
Oh, okay.
نمرة تليفونك كام؟
What's your full number?
نمرة تليفونك كام? So again, they didn't give you a whole lot of time, but I sent out an email about this. What can you do? You can pause and take as long as you want. You're right, they don't. Even if I sped read my telephone number, I wouldn't be able to get it in the amount of time that they give you. You really almost have to use the pause button for this particular one. نمرة تليفونك كام? Answer? نمرة تليفوني, etc. Again, and you could just say the telephone number, but the more language you give me, the better. The better for you, the more practice. Ammar.
They say نمرة تليفونك إيه.
Kim, like if
Oh, صحيح. I didn't even notice. So نمرة تليفونك كام?
full, like maybe with error code.
Yeah.
How many is your number?
It's kind of odd. It's like the kam talib, like how many? نمرة تليفونك كام? So that's another. نمرة تليفونك إيه? نمرة تليفونك كام? Maybe because there's numbers involved in it, so you use how many. Yeah, for this particular question. Normally, kam means like kam talib in the class today.
عندك أخ أو أخت؟
You have a brother or sister?
Okay, so is this question, do you have a brother or a sister? Or is the question, do you have a brother or a sister?
Wait. What?
So do you have a brother or a sister? What does that question mean? You have one or the other, I know, and I want to know which it is. Right? That's not what the question is, obviously. So it's, do you have a brother or a sister?
بتحبي إيه؟
What do you love?
What do you love?
بتحبي إيه؟ بتحبي إيه؟ بتحبي إيه؟ بتحبي إيه؟ أنت بتحبي إيه؟ بتحبي شوكولاتة؟
أيوة.
أنا بحب الشوكولاتة. بتحبي شوكولاتة؟ أيوة؟ مين بيحب فراخ؟ مين بيحب فراخ؟ عمار؟ مين قال؟ بتحب الفوتبول؟ بحب الفوتبول. بتحبي إيه؟ Something. What do you love? Okay, we're going to practice more tomorrow with بحب and بتحب. We have just a couple of minutes. I do want to take a minute just to work on one phrase, new phrase. There's not a lot of new language actually in the video that you watch for today, but there is one phrase that I just would like to focus on and try to guess from context what it means.
اتفضل.
اتفضل.
مساء الخير يا دكتور عباس. مساء النور يا استاذه دعاء. اتفضل.
Clear. Yeah, up to now?
ازاي؟ الحمد لله. ازاي حضرتك؟ الحمد لله.
كويس؟
الدكتور محمود البطل. الأستاذة دعاء سعيد. أهلا وسهلا، تشرفنا. أهلا بيك. حضرتك أستاذ في الجامعة الأمريكية؟
Okay, what did she ask him? And how did she address him? حضرتك, not أنت, but حضرتك أستاذ في الجامعة الأمريكية. And now there's this new little bit is in his answer.
لا، في الحقيقة أنا أستاذ في جامعة أمري في أمريكا.
No. Something new. I'm a professor. So what was this thing right in the beginning there though? What did you hear? لا. Remember when we're doing this, if you heard this expression before yesterday when you did this homework, you are not allowed to give the answer. Right? Remember that. It's very important.
في أمريكا.
أهلا وسهلا.
أمري. أنا لا، في الحقيقة أنا أستاذ في جامعة.
لا. في الحقيقة أنا أستاذ. في الحقيقة أنا أستاذ في جامعة أمري في أمريكا. So from the context, what do you think this bit of language might mean? But. No, but, so the في الحقيقة part is but. That's a good guess. From the context that would work. It's not correct, but it's a very good guess because it works. What other guesses? What else might he be saying? So she asked him. There you go.
Really?
That's it.
Wow.
في الحقيقة. That's it. في الحقيقة. You know, when you look at language like this in context, when you really think about what it could mean, there really generally aren't that many options, right? So, في الحقيقة. يلا مع بعض. في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. ها. Literally in the truth. في الحقيقة. بالفصحى حقيقة. حقيقة. The قاف in فصحى becomes the glottal stop in مصري. So في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. And kind of it all runs together. في الحقيقة. حقيقة. في الحقيقة. في الحقيقة. أنت طالب في جامعة أريزونا؟
لا. في الحقيقة طالب.
أنا طالب في
جامعة تكساس.
شكرا. شكرا لكم.